cheaper to buy rather than rent a property, according to new figures from the Halifax. The lender says that low interest rates and a drop in house prices have made buying a home much more affordable. But many potential first-time buyers still struggle to secure the finance needed to get onto the housing ladder. Well, the housing expert Henry Pryor is with me in the studio, and it's a bit of a catch-22, isn't it, Henry?
This is the property equivalent of the chicken and the egg, and we debate it frequently. Should we rent? Should we buy? And it really depends on when you start the exercise of investigating which is the better option. There was a report just 2 weeks ago that suggested that renting long-term was actually as good, if not better, than buying. And of course today the Halifax, the mortgage lending Halifax, suggests that actually now is perhaps the time to think that buying is going to be cheaper. And it really does depend. And the important thing to remember is that if you rent, you're not exposed to what your colleagues who have bought a house are exposed to, which is the fluctuations in house prices. And that at the moment is what is making most potential purchasers perhaps a little more nervous than they have been in recent years.
But what about the cost of renting, though? Because with renting, property rentals in demand, rents have gone up, haven't they?
Absolutely, and we know that renting is much more socially acceptable these days. Many more people would like to rent, and the government have recognised that with a recent government report, the Montague report, which came out looking at ways to get more rented accommodation built to supply this excess demand. But renting is still something that is seen as perhaps second best. Many people still aspire to owning their own homes. We've got 11.4 million mortgage holders in the UK and nearly 3 million people renting. So inevitably, most people still aspire to that Englishman's home is his castle dream. I think at the end of the day, what we've got to try and remember is that housing accommodation needs to be provided for everybody. And there will always be that mix between those who own and those who rent.
And what about if you're trying to get onto the ladder, despite what the Halifax says, can you get on? Is money there coming through now for first-time buyers? Well,
fair play to all the banks and the lenders. They are beginning to understand that it's about the availability of mortgage product and this opportunity for people to be able to find the money that they need to be able to buy their properties. But actually the problem is accessibility for most people. In order to be able to qualify for some of these loans, you need huge deposits, and there are some significant barriers like large arrangement fees, which is still putting a lot of people off. I think the fundamental at the end of the day for most people is that still they're nervous about committing to a huge commitment at a time when, for many people in many parts of the UK, house prices are predicted to be cheaper tomorrow than they are today.
Henry, thank you.